Hello out there. This is Monterey Jack coming to you live from Studio 7 Pluses in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have a true story for you today. Yes, true story. Yes. Later on in my broadcast, I'll be getting into truth or fiction. Okay, let's go on with the true story. Being a Gemini, that's why I say let's go along. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm in the military, 19 years old. I'm going to Valleyjo, California to visit my father. Well, in a previous video, I told you how I got to Valleyjo, or actually San Francisco, coming there from Vandenberg Air Force Base. Okay, so I meet up with my dad. We haven't seen each other. I haven't seen him since I was, 8 years old. So he was a big old guy. Yeah, big man. I don't know what happened to me, but they don't get much bigger than what he was. Okay, so I'm putting that in there because it'll make sense later on in the video or in this conversation. Okay, so he takes me, we go out in the afternoon, I believe we went to Fisherman's Wharf. We drove around San Francisco, up and down those steep hills. Wow, what a trip that was, especially when I drove one of these cars by myself. It's a good thing I learned in the rolling hills of Ohio how to drive, because some of those hills in San Francisco, you're at a stoplight and you're almost parallel. I mean, it's like you're looking up to the sky. Yeah. So anyway, as night comes upon us, my father and I went to a bar, a longshoreman's bar in the Bay Area. Yeah. So I'm shooting pool. I'm beating everybody, all my dad's friends or whoever they are, the longshoremen. They're all like 6'5", the biggest guys, biggest group of guys I ever saw in one bar. I tell you that, these longshoremen were something else. So I'm getting nervous because these guys are getting a little pissed off that they're losing every game of pool. So I go over to Dad and I said, listen, Dad, these guys are getting a little warm underneath. You know what I mean? I think that maybe I'll just quit playing for a while and let them cool down. And he says, son, don't worry about nothing. Just go out there and have fun. None of these guys have nerve enough to come up against me. I said, oh excuse me. So anyway, I shoot some more pool. I never lost a game. It was one of those nights, where everything just went right on that table. I mean, the game is about controlling the cue ball, and I definitely was in control. So anyway, this gal comes in and she's hugging my dad, and they're kissing and stuff. And she says, come on, I want to take you home, Thornton. That was his name, Thornton Payne Smith, the Payne. Okay, so he said, no, go with my son, Dad, I got him alone for a minute. She went to the bathroom or something, that lady. I don't even remember her name. And I said, Dad, I want like a 19-year-old girl, a 20-year-old girl. I don't want, this girl's in her 40s. He says, yeah, but that's all right. You might learn something. So anyway, I went home with her. I just wasn't really with it to do that. But anyway, so I went home with her. I'm sitting in her kitchen. She went upstairs. Her kids come downstairs. Her kids are almost my age. They're like 17, 16. Oh, man, I felt so embarrassed, I can't tell you. And I couldn't wait to get out of there. I felt like I was in jail or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I got out of there quickly after seeing her children, and I don't know where I was at. I was in Valleyjo, but I didn't know how to get to my dad's place. It's lucky I had a number, and I finally found a phone booth after I walked a while. But anyway, that's the story. Yeah, meeting up with my dad in Valleyjo, California when I was 19. Hey, everyone. This is Monterey Jack, wishing all of you the best of everything. Yes, and be safe. This is Monterey Jack signing off.